In this case, ang lalaki ang hemophiliac. If you are going to cross over the first parental generation, we're going to put sang ila diri nga allele. This is the allele for the male, X and Y. Naka-bold ang X because hemophiliac siya. Then, ang female nga normal female. Kung i-cross nimo X is to X, so magiging ano siya, normal. X is to X, normal man siya. Then, X is to Y, normal. And X and Y, this is hemophiliac. Okay. So, we have the genotypic ratio nga 2 is to 2. As you can see, no, XX 50% sa ilang generation. Same ni ari sa babaw ini kag ini. Same lang di ba ilang genotypic, ilang genotype X and X. X and Y ariman and ariman siya. Okay. So, now if you are going to look at on the phenotypic ratio, it will follow the ratio of 2 is to 1 is to 1. 50% normal female, which is carrier gid ang duha. While 50% are normal male, no? Which is normal male. So, carrier lang di ang sa babaw. And usually, the ratio is 50-50 sa amo ni siya nga case. Na ang lalaki is hemophiliac, ang babayi is normal. Okay. Another example is a male hemophiliac marries a carrier. Kung ang lalaki nga may nga hemophiliac siya, nagpangasawa sang babayi nga carrier sang hemophilia. So this is the first parental generation. Amo ni ang sa babayi, amo ni ang sa lalaki. Kung i-crossover naton X and X, so this is the result, no? Ang X niho nga big letter, meaning to say carrier, no? Carrier, naka-bold siya. Gusto may ara siya sa iyaka, ano? Iyaka hemophiliac. Kaya siya ang carrier mo. Male, carrier. Ang babayi, ang lalaki is hemophiliac, ang babayi carrier lang. So, amo na result nila normal. Ikaduha, X and X, so hemophiliac siya kay duwa ng gid sa. Then diri yo normal and diri sa piyak hemophiliac man, no? Try to recall kung paano mag-cross over sa aton nga alleles using the Punnett square. Now we have here the genotypic ratio nga 1 is to 1 is to 1 is to 1. So X sa ilang genotype, so ini sa kag ini same, so 50%. Tapos ini siya X and Y the same man, no? 50%. Sa iyang phenotypic ratio, ga-follow siya sa 1 is to 1 is to 1 man. 25% normal female nga carrier, 25% nga hemophiliac female, 25% man siya nga normal male, and 25% nga hemophiliac female or male in a day. Okay. So the genetic cross on table 2.12 shows that one of the daughters is normal although a carrier. Normal siya pero carrier siya. The other daughter is hemophiliac. One son is normal while the other son is hemophiliac. So 25, 25, 25%. Okay, that's under sa nga tawag naton nga sex link principle or inheritance principle. Sex linked. Okay. So we're going to recall again, try to review the table, no? So these are the sex linked traits. Okay. So let's have another example. No, for the female to become a hemophiliac, both X chromosomes should carry the recessive characteristics. That is, she has to inherit the disorder from both her parents, no? Kung ang parent niya are napasa sa bata nga babayi ang duwa ka recessive trait, no, for the hemophilia, buod silingon ang babayi pwede magiging hemophiliac. Female carriers of the genetic abnormality have the tendency to pass on the characteristics to their male children. No? Ang babayi naman niya nga carrier sang sina nga genetic abnormality or disorder, may tendency nga mapasa niya ang ina nga karakteristik sa iya bata sa ulihi nga lalaki. Kay carrier siya. History of hemophilia was well documented among the royal families in England in 19th century. The genetic recessive trait becomes a dominant as marrying close relatives was allowed to happen as a way of strengthening family ties and international alliances. So, nagiging possible ang dominant, no? Ang recessive nagiging dominant kay tungod sang nag-inasawahay sila within the close relatives. Amo na nga nagkaka-dominant, no? Ang mga cases under sa hemophilia. So another example is the color blindness. O, another example ini siya sa ginatawag man naton nga sex-linked trait. No, it is a condition wherein the individual is unable to distinguish among some or all colors. For them, some colors appear as shades of gray. It results from several common recessive disorders associated with the X chromosomes. So this happens since some mutant forms of the genes change the light absorbing capacity of the sensory receptors inside the cell. So remember that we have two alleles for eye vision. The dominant normal eye vision, represented by the N, and the recessive colorblind vision, represented by the small letter N. So both alleles are found in the X chromosome. Females have two X chromosomes. If both X chromosomes carry the dominant gene for normal vision, the female individual definitely has normal eye vision. So kung sa X chromosome, sa duwa ka chromosome sang babayi, kay duwa ng X chromosome sa babayi, di ba? Kung siya nag-carry sang dominant gene for normal vision, buo sila ngon ang ina nga bayi, ang ina nga offspring magkakaroon sa tawag naton nga normal eye vision. But if both X chromosomes carry the recessive gene or what we call the homozygous alleles, ang female individual will be color blind. Kung both iya recessive naman ang iya nga dalon o are present sa iya nga chromosome, which is homozygous alleles, automatically ang ina nga babayi will have what we call the color blind. If the female carries the heterozygous alleles, that is one X chromosome carries the gene for normal vision and the other chromosome carries the recessive gene for color blindness, then the female individual is a carrier but not color blind. Na, what? Hambal niya kung ang isa ka X chromosome naga-carry sang heterozygous alleles. That is one X chromosome carries the gene for normal vision kag ang isa naga-carry sang recessive gene for color blindness. Ina nga babayi is also a carrier, is a carrier only but hindi siya color blind. Kumbaga, ara sa iyang trait or recessive siya mo. Kumbaga nata tago siya but not expressed in phenotype. So we have here the genetic table for color blindness. For normal vision, we have here normal vision dominant, no? Normal vision carrier ang isa heterozygous in siya, dominant ang isa recessive. For color blind dapat duwa man siya sa female in isa. Sa female, duwa siya ka recessive trait for the color blindness.